Hello, friends. 824 days of war between Russia and Ukraine. Things are moving, and on some particular direction, on some particular front, there are stagnations as well. Starting from the southern war zone on Kharkov front, Krinky bridgehead remains now a grey zone. No building or no troops exist there, as it seems the information's coming down. And Ukrainians are holding now Kajachi Laheri and Antonovsky Bridge, and they are able to continue on the eastern bank of Dnieper River. Well, now coming to Zaporizhia front, Russian army has improved its position in Rabotino and northwest of Verbov. Otherwise, no changes towards Vremivka salient. Russian army extended control zone in Staromaiors'ke and also advanced towards northwest outskirts and inside the center. It expanded further its control zone along the line of Staromaiors'ke and Eurozone, while it has reached in the southern outskirts of Eurozone and established itself. Coming to Marinka front in south, Russians were able to advance 100 meters towards Vremivka, while Georgievka, that is west of Marinka, Ukrainians are still maintaining their position in the outskirts. Krasnogorovka is the similar situation, and it seems that Ukrainians finally are withdrawing from there, but it will still take time. Coming to Avdiivka front, Netaylufu, the Russians advance 100 meters from west of it and towards Yasno-Brodivka almost 200 feet. Umansky directions, Ukrainians have finally fully withdrawn from this location. Fight continues in and around Ocheretino's northwest side. Towards Kalinovo, they have advanced almost 100 meters from Novo Alexandrivka directions. They have also advanced in this direction along the railway line and towards southwest of Swatovo. They have moved forward towards Novopokrovsky and 100 meters towards Sokol. The fight is continuing west of Semyonivka as well. As far as Avdiivka front is concerned, Russians are continuing their momentum, advancing west and northwest of Avdiivka city, and are able to capture land, though at not faster rate. As far as Bakhmut is concerned, fight continues in the north-south flanks as well as in the western direction towards Chasive. Klishivka, from there, Russian army has advanced almost 300 meters, and as far as Ukrainians are concerned, they hardly have any presence here. Nothing significant towards north of Soledar-Siversk sector. Coming to now north in Kupyansk-Swatovo direction, Russians advanced south of Ivanovka after having taken over it. Kislovka and Kotyarovka are under its control since some time now. Fight continues in and around Berestov, where Russians have taken full control of it and have advanced 100 meters from here. As far as Lyman is concerned, Russian army moved some of its reserves from Kreminna direction towards Siversk sector, that is southern side from here, and therefore we can see that presently Russians are not much interested in Lyman, Kreminna directions, or probably they are unable to move forward from here. No informations about Sinkivka, where rather positional battle continuing since April 2023. Coming to Kharkov direction, that is towards Slobozhanske Front, fight continues both in Volchansk or Volchansk direction and on the outskirts of Lipsy. In the latter part, that is Liptsi, that is northwest of Kharkiv direction, Russians have made some advance. Ukraine's counterattack near Glubokoi did not succeed. Informations are coming that Russian army is bringing or concentrating its troops in Kursk, Bryansk, close to Sumy direction and west of Belgorod. Aim could be to force Ukrainians to withdraw their troops, which is more than 50 battalions now, on Slobozhanske Front. Or rather, they can have some limited offensive operations in this direction, that is northwest of Kharkiv, extending it up to Sumy city, that yet to be seen now, coming to interdiction missions. Russian army hit targets in Zhytomyr, Kiev, Khmelnytsky, Sumy, Chernihiv, while Ukrainians launched more than, or rather close to, 24 of UAVs in Kursk, Belgorod regions. They also used 5 ATACMS, 32 HIMARS missiles over Bryansk and other regions. There is an interesting information that Russians have started using new aerial bombs. What are they? Universal Interspecific Gliding Ammunitions, UMPZ. Nomenclature is D30SN, and the platform is Sukhoi 34, and they carry, rather their total munition weight is 250 kg, range is up to 120 kilometers from certain height, otherwise 45 to 65 kilometers if they are not climbing very high. The speciality of these bombs are that they are small and the visibility is quite less on the radar compared to FAB 500 and higher versions. However, their effectiveness is more than 2 to 2.5 tons. Palestine, Israel, Middle East, there is nothing special as far as Gaza is concerned. The situation is similar in North as well as in South Gaza, and Hezbollah versus IDF counter-shelling continues as before. West Bank Palestinians are being subjected to raids by the Israeli security forces. And lastly, before I sum up, the transition period in Burkina Faso to return back to the so-called democracy from the military rule is extended by another 5 years, effective from 2nd July 2024. The African countries are still divided as far as their approach towards US is concerned, similar to what is happening in Middle East, rather similar to happening in European Union and entire Europe, Latin America and other things. The comprador bourgeoisie and those who suck American feet, their finance capital, their military power. And since they hold state power, it's difficult to dislodge them unless the masses rise, the working class, the peasants rise, not only for the economic demands but politically to dislodge pro-American lobbies and demolish capitalism in their own respective countries. Thank you, friends.